Why do some officers treat enlisted like idiots, then wonder why morale is low? Captain Brendan Lawson arrived at our company with a brand new degree in engineering and zero combat experience. 24 years old, fresh out of officer training. Thought his college education made him smarter than everyone else. First formation, he made his philosophy clear. I'm here to lead, you're here to follow. I went to college so I could think. You enlisted because you couldn't cut it academically. Remember your place. I'd been in the army 6 years at that point. 2 deployments, combat infantry badge. I wasn't some fresh private, but to Captain Lawson, we were all just dumb grunts who needed supervision. Our platoon sergeant was Staff Sergeant Wade Novak, 20 years in, former ranger. That guy had forgotten more about tactics than Lawson would ever learn, but Lawson wouldn't listen to anything Wade suggested. The problem started during field training. We were setting up a defensive position. Wade recommended placing our heavy weapons on the high ground to the east. Standard tactical doctrine, clear sightlines, defendable position. Lawson shut him down immediately. Sergeant, I don't need lessons from someone who never attended West Point. We're putting the weapons in the valley for concealment. Wade tried to explain why that was a terrible idea. You can't provide covering fire from low ground. You lose visibility, you give up every tactical advantage. Are you questioning my orders? Lawson snapped. Set up where I told you. That's final. We did it his way. During the exercise, the opposing force massacred us in 12 minutes. Came right down from that high ground Wade had wanted and wiped us out before we could even return effective fire. After action review, the evaluators tore Lawson apart. Basic tactical failure, textbook mistake. But instead of admitting he was wrong, Lawson blamed us. My plan was sound. You soldiers executed it poorly. Maybe if enlisted personnel paid attention during training, we'd succeed. Wade's jaw clenched so hard I heard his teeth grinding, but he said nothing. Just took it. This pattern continued for months. Lawson would ignore experienced NCOs, make terrible decisions, then blame enlisted soldiers when things went wrong. Morale in our company dropped to nothing. Guys started requesting transfers. Good soldiers with years of experience wanted out. Nobody wanted to work for an officer who treated them like idiots. The breaking point came during pre-deployment training. We were doing vehicle maintenance. Our motor pool sergeant Curtis Garrett had been working on military trucks for 15 years. Could diagnose engine problems by sound alone. Curtis noticed our lead Humvee had a transmission issue. Recommended we deadline it until mechanics could do a full inspection. That vehicle shouldn't deploy until it was properly fixed. Lawson overruled him. Sergeant Garrett, I took mechanical engineering at the academy. I've examined the vehicle myself. It's fine. You're being overly cautious because you don't understand the technical specifications. Curtis tried to show him the actual problem. Brought out technical manuals, explained in detail what was wrong. Lawson wouldn't even look. Load it up. We're taking it to the training range tomorrow. That's an order. Next morning, we're driving convoy formation to the range. I'm in the third vehicle. Suddenly see the lead Humvee start smoking. Transmission completely seizes up. Vehicle rolls to a stop in the middle of the road. We're blocking the entire convoy. 15 vehicles stuck because one broke down. Training exercise canceled. Commander's furious. Wants to know why we deployed a deadline vehicle. Lawson tried to blame Curtis. My motor pool sergeant cleared this vehicle, said it was ready. But Curtis had documented everything. Emails, maintenance reports, his recommendation to deadline the truck. Lawson's direct order to ignore the problem. Battalion commander called a meeting. Lawson, Curtis, Wade, and several other NCOs. I was there taking notes as company clerk. The commander looked at Lawson. Captain, explain to me why you ignored your motor pool sergeant's expert recommendation. Sir, I have an engineering degree. I assessed the vehicle myself and determined it was operational. Commander turned to Curtis. Sergeant Garrett, how many years have you been a motor pool supervisor? 15 years, sir. 5 different duty stations. I've maintained everything from Humvees to Bradley fighting vehicles. And Captain Lawson, how many vehicles have you personally maintained? Lawson's face went red. None, sir. But my education? Your education is worthless if you don't listen to subject matter experts. The commander interrupted. These NCOs have decades of real-world experience. They're not idiots, they're professionals. He pulled out a folder. Transfer requests. 23 of them. Almost a third of our company wanted out. Captain, do you know what every single one of these requests says? They all cite the same reason. Loss of confidence in leadership. Your leadership specifically. Lawson sat there stunned. You have 2 choices. The commander continued. You can learn to respect the enlisted soldiers under your command. Actually listen to their expertise. Or you can find a new career field. Preferably one that doesn't involve leading people. The room was dead silent. I could feel the tension radiating off everyone. Then Wade spoke up. First time he'd really challenged Lawson directly. Sir, permission to speak freely? Granted. Captain Lawson, I tried to help you. We all did, but you treated us like we were stupid because we don't have college degrees. Some of the smartest people I've served with never went to college. They learned their jobs through experience, through actually doing the work. Wade's voice was calm but firm. You want to know why morale is low? Because you made us feel worthless. Every day you told us our experience didn't matter. Our knowledge didn't count. That we were just dumb enlisted who should shut up and follow orders. Other NCOs started nodding. The truth was finally coming out. Commander looked at Lawson. What do you have to say? Lawson just sat there. No excuses left. No one to blame. 3 weeks later, Lawson got transferred to a staff position at brigade headquarters. Desk job. No troops to lead. Wade took over as acting platoon leader until we got a new lieutenant. Morale improved overnight. Guys withdrew their transfer requests. We actually started functioning like a team again. The new lieutenant showed up 2 months later. First thing he did was ask Wade for a meeting. Wanted to learn from him. Understand how the platoon operated. Actually listened when NCOs gave advice. Found out later that Lawson never made it past captain. Put in his resignation after 3 years. Last anyone heard, he was working as a contractor somewhere. Wade retired as a sergeant major. 28 years of service. 4 of his former soldiers became officers themselves. Every single one credits him as the reason they joined the officer corps. Said they wanted to lead the way Wade taught them, with respect for the people under their command. That broken down Humvee, Curtis turned it into a training display. Put a big sign on it that said, "Listen to your NCOs." New officers touring the motor pool get the full story. Some even take pictures with it. A reminder that rank doesn't equal intelligence and experience matters more than a degree.